Hi, I'm Christina with Tinagirl Travels. In this video, we're going to be taking you to Delft in the Netherlands. And Delft is the birthplace of the world famous blue ceramics. I have several pieces of Delft in my own home. So we have a 48-hour layover in Amsterdam before our next flight. And because we just recently were in Amsterdam, we wanted to check out some of the other cities nearby. Let's take the train into Delft. The train ride from Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam to Delft would take about 40 minutes. From Amsterdam itself, Central Station to Delft, you're looking at about an hour. And you know what? It's such a pretty ride. Grab a coffee, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. The trains are really beautiful and nice and clean. We never found them to be too crowded. The screens will tell you the next station coming up, and it looks like we pretty much have this train to ourselves. There are little tables and racks for your bags, and there are even washrooms on board. We have to change trains in The Hague. This is another city you need to check out. It's the third largest city in the Netherlands, situated on the west coast facing the North Sea. The Hague is known as the International City of Peace and Justice. Even the train station in The Hague is so beautiful and worth taking a look at. It looks like we're looking for platform number 3 to catch our train to Delft. The ride from The Hague to Delft is a short 11-minute train ride. We've arrived at Delft station and we're going to make our way outside to have a look at this beautiful city. Let me quickly show you on Google Maps where the train station is located in relation to the historic part of Delft that we're going to explore today. It's really close by and within walking distance. It's flat and easy to get around. This is the Delft municipality, and as we scroll in, this is where the central train station is located. And this over here is the area we'll be exploring today. You may notice many students wandering around Delft, and that's because Delft University of Technology is one of the most prestigious and oldest technical universities in the Netherlands. With over 27,000 students, the university has a large campus in Delft with state-of-the-art facilities, including modern laboratories, libraries, and study spaces. The campus is designed to foster collaboration and innovation and was founded in 1842. If you're planning to travel farther out of the city center, you can buy a tourist day ticket on the Delft tram lines. For unlimited travel on all buses, trams, metros, and ferries, I'll add a link to that website below in the description for you to check out. One of the places you'll eventually wander to is the main square called Markt. The Delft Town Hall and the new church are located here. The town hall was built in the 13th century and even includes its own torture chamber. So directly across the square is New Church, which is not all that new, as it was built in the 1300s. And if you're wondering, yes, there is an old church as well, built in the 1200s. And it was built on the site of previous churches dating back up to 2 centuries earlier. Keep an eye out for the old church. The steeple has a 75-meter high brick tower that leans out about 2 meters from vertical. All right, so if you know someone or you come from a family from the Netherlands, you've likely seen Delftware. This beautiful pottery comes straight from Delft here in the Netherlands, and it's got some fascinating history behind it. Delftware or Delft Blue started way back in the 16th century. The Dutch were inspired by Chinese porcelain and decided to create their own version. And the result? These stunning blue and white pieces. What's really special about Delftware is this shiny white surface, thanks to a tin glaze. Artists paint these amazing designs directly onto the glaze before firing it in a kiln. The colors fuse with the glaze, making the designs pop. So back in the 17th century, Delft was a pottery powerhouse with around 32 factories, but today only the Royal Delft factory from 1653 is still around, and they're still making these gorgeous pieces the old-fashioned way. While the classic Delftware style is blue and white, often showing off everyday Dutch life like landscapes and flowers, there are also colorful versions, and potters began experimenting with other colors in the late 17th century, and they've also become highly valued. Delftware didn't just stay in the Netherlands, it influenced pottery in places like England and France. Old pieces are now super valuable collectibles. While the classic designs are timeless, modern Delftware has some fresh contemporary styles too. Whether you're into vintage or modern, there's a piece of Delftware for everyone. So next time you see Delftware hanging on your wall or at your friend's place, you'll know a little more about its awesome history. In the city itself, you'll come across more Delft Blue influence. These are images from history. They're just amazing. And we even saw it in the bakery. Look at these Delft Blue inspired cakes. All right, let's talk about the food. You'll find so many shops selling Dutch cheese. Gouda and Edam are the most famous Dutch cheeses. Gouda, named after the city of Gouda, is one of the oldest recorded cheeses still made today, dating back to the 12th century. Edam is named after the town of Edam. It's known for its mild flavor and spherical shape, and it's often covered in red wax. Okay, I'm so hungry now. We need to stop for an early lunch. We chose the grilled cheese and the apple tart. Keith and I try to share many of our meals when we travel, and that way we get to try more foods. This grilled cheese isn't like any North American grilled cheese you've ever had. You have to try it. There are so many cute shops to look through. You'll actually have a hard time deciding what to bring home. So let's talk about the canals. So Delft's canals are something out of a storybook. They were built back in the 12th century for defense and trade, but today they make the city look super picturesque. Imagine strolling along these waterways, crossing cute little bridges and stopping at cozy cafes. It's the perfect way to soak up the peaceful vibe of this city. Delft is full of amazing historic architecture. You've got the old church that we talked about earlier with its leaning tower, and I forgot to mention that famous people like painter Johannes Vermeer are buried there. Then there's the new church in Markt Square, which is a stunning Gothic building where the Dutch royal family members are buried, like Queen Juliana. As you walk around, you'll also notice the classic Dutch houses with their steep roofs and their fancy facades. Much like Amsterdam, these houses, many from the 17th century, line the canals. They really add to the city's charm. They're a throwback to Delft's golden age when the city was booming with trade and culture. And we can't forget the windmill. You'll see it off in the distance when you get off the train. It's called de Roos or the Rose, that translates to. It was built in the 17th century. It's one of the few left in Delft. It was originally used for milling grain, and this is inside the base of the windmill. There's actually a cute little shop, and they sell grain and beautiful kitchen supplies here. And the windmill is actually a cool reminder of Delft's agricultural roots and how the city has blended old and new over the centuries. Time for a little dinner in Markt Square before we head back to the train station. Thanks for coming with us to Delft. It was such a great day trip from Amsterdam. And actually, we stayed in a city right next to Schiphol Airport called Hoofddorp. If you're wondering how much the train ticket cost us, we bought a second class ticket with a same day return, just over 44 euros for both of us. Plan to spend 3 to 4 hours exploring Delft. Hey, thanks for watching right till the very end. Help me out by giving this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. I have some great videos coming up from our next trip. We're going to Helsinki, Stockholm, and Copenhagen, and you won't want to miss out on seeing those. Check out the links I've added below to our favorite anti-theft or anti-pickpocket day packs and crossbody bags that we love to travel with. I'll also add links to printable maps of Delft for you to print at home. Thanks for watching Tinagirl Travels, and I'll see you in Helsinki, Finland.